Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today, if you're a coin collector, a history lover, or someone who's just curious about pocket change that could be worth a small fortune, stop scrolling and pay close attention, because today we're diving deep into a humble little coin that millions of Americans use every day without knowing the treasure hiding right in front of them. Yes, we're talking about the 1982 Lincoln cent. A coin that could be sitting in your drawer, your jar, or your wallet right now, and believe it or not, some rare varieties of this coin have sold for over $585,000. That's right, this isn't just a cent. It could be a golden opportunity waiting to be discovered. So buckle up, grab your coins, and get ready, because this isn't just a history lesson, it's a treasure hunt. Let's uncover the story, the secrets, and the unbelievable value of the 1982 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909. Celebrating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and who better than Honest Abe himself, designed by Victor David Brenner. The coin displayed Lincoln's side portrait on the obverse, and wheat stalks on the reverse, earning it the nickname, Wheat Penny. Fast forward to 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln Memorial was added to the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro. This design stayed in use until 2008, making it one of the most iconic and longest-running coin designs in American history. But the year 1982 brought something truly special. And a little mysterious. 1982 is a year that flipped everything we thought we knew about the Lincoln penny. Why? Because that year, the U.S. Mint made a major composition change. Up until 1982, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to the rising price of copper, at one point, it cost more than 1 cent just to make a penny. The U.S. Mint decided to switch the penny's composition to 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. Copper-plated zinc coins, and here's where things get interesting, the change didn't happen all at once. That year, both copper and zinc pennies were produced. In fact, the Mint produced 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent. Let me repeat that. There are 7 unique types of 1982 pennies, with differences in composition, design details, and even size. This has made 1982 one of the most complex and exciting years for penny collectors. Here they are, memorize these, because one of these could make you rich. 1982 large date. Copper 1982 small date. Copper 1982 large date. Zinc 1982 small date. Zinc 1982 D large date. Copper 1982 D small date. Zinc 1982 D large date. Zinc. Yes, even the size of the date numbers changed during this transition, but what collectors are truly chasing is one extraordinary coin that wasn't supposed to exist. Among the most mysterious and valuable coins in the entire Lincoln cent series is the 1982 D small date made of copper. This coin was never officially documented by the Mint to have been produced in copper composition. All 1982 D small date coins were believed to be made from zinc. But in 2016, a stunning discovery was made. A 1982 D small date copper penny was certified as real by PCGS, and not just that, it sold for over $18,000. Later, another one was found, and that coin shattered records, reaching a value upwards of $85,000 in pristine condition, and experts believe there may be more out there, possibly worth even more. Imagine finding that coin in your pocket change, or tucked away in a forgotten jar in your attic. Would you recognize it? Now comes the fun part. How can you? Check your 1982 pennies. Weigh the coin. Copper cents weigh about 3.11 grams. Zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale that can measure to at least 0.01 grams. Check the date style. A small date 1982 cent has a 2 that sits higher and is more delicate. A large date has a thicker, bolder appearance. Look for a mint mark. No mint mark equals Philadelphia. D equals Denver. The 1982 D small date in copper is the rarest and most valuable. Condition matters. The better the condition, the more it's worth. Coins graded MS 65 or higher can fetch thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. As of today's coin market, here are the estimated values for the rarest 1982 Lincoln cents. 1982 D small date copper penny up to $585,348 in certified MS 67 condition. 1982 small date zinc in MS 67 around $3,000. $5,0001982 large date copper MS 65 about $10 to $25, depending on the market. Common 1982 D large date zinc typically 1 to 5 cents, but collectible in high grades auction houses, private collectors, and grading companies are constantly searching for high-grade examples, and with fewer of these coins surviving in perfect condition every year, their value is only increasing. The 1982 Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of transition, mystery, and untapped value. It teaches us that great treasures don't always come in gold and silver, sometimes they come in the form of a penny that most people would toss aside. So the next time you get change at the store, or dump a handful of coins into a jar, take a second look, weigh it. Examine the date. Look for the details, because you might just be holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And remember, at USA Coin One, we believe that history is alive in your hands. Coins connect us to our nation's past, and maybe even to your financial future. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One for more rare coin stories, market updates, and valuable tips, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another episode. Drop a comment below if you've found a 1982 penny recently, or if you have questions about your coins. We read every comment, and who knows, your coin might be the next one we feature. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, and keep your eyes on your change. See you in the next video right here on USA Coin One. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most underrated yet incredibly valuable coins in American history. Yes, you guessed it, the 1983 D Lincoln cent, a coin that most people overlook, yet its true value could blow your mind. If you've got one sitting in your drawer or piggy bank, hold on tight, because today's video could change how you see pocket change forever. Let's uncover the history, hidden treasures, error secrets, and market explosion of the 1983 D penny. This is not just a coin, this is history in the palm of your hand. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most iconic figures in American history. But our focus today is on a very specific and rare edition, the 1983 D Lincoln cent, struck at the Denver Mint. Now, at first glance, it might seem like any regular copper-colored penny, but let's go back to the early 1980s, a time when major changes were happening in U.S. coinage. Up until 1982, pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint made a bold move. They switched to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. Why does this matter for 1983 pennies? Because transitional errors from 1982 to 1983 could be worth thousands of dollars today, and the 1983 D cent is right at the center of this mystery. The 1983 D Lincoln penny was struck in massive numbers. Over 6.4 billion coins came out of the Denver Mint. So why is it so valuable? Because some coins from this year have extremely rare and expensive errors. Here's what collectors and treasure hunters are desperately looking for. 1983 D copper transitional error. Even though 1983 cents were supposed to be made of zinc, a few were mistakenly struck on the old copper planchets from 1982. These copper transitional errors are extraordinarily rare and can fetch over $15,000 in top condition. Double die reverse. Some 1983 D pennies show strong doubling on the reverse lettering, 1 cent, and e pluribus unum. These double die errors can bring in anywhere between $200 to over $1,000, depending on grade and condition. Center strikes and die cracks. These minting mistakes can also increase the coin's value significantly, with prices ranging from $50 to $500 based on severity and rarity. So, don't just toss your change without looking. Your penny could be hiding an incredible secret. Use a precise digital scale. A copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams. A zinc penny will weigh around 2.5 grams. If your 1983 D penny weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you might be holding a rare copper transitional error. Visual inspection. Check the reverse lettering under magnification. Look closely at 1 cent and United States of America. If the letters appear doubled, you may have a DDR variety. Mint luster and strike details. The sharper the strike and the shinier the surface, the higher the coin grade, and the higher the market value. So what is the 1983 Lincoln penny worth today? Let's break it down. Regular circulation coins with no error and average wear, usually 1 cent to 10 cents. Mint state coins can sell for $1 to $10. Rare DDR varieties worth $200 to $1,500, depending on the doubling strength and coin grade. Copper transitional errors can sell for $10,000 to $18,000 or more at auctions. Certified high-grade MS67 Plus coins with red luster up to $600 or more even without an error. And just recently, some coins have been reportedly offered in private sales or graded slabs for values around $585,347. Yes, that's over $500,000 for a single penny. Now that is life-changing pocket change. If you're now racing to check your change jar, smart move. Here's how you can improve your chances. Always carry a magnifying glass or coin loop. You never know where the next error coin might pop up. Invest in a good digital scale to check weights quickly. Sort all your 1983 and 1983D pennies, especially uncirculated rolls. Consider getting rare finds certified by services like PCGS or NGC to boost their market value and authenticity. Join online coin forums, Facebook groups, or Reddit threads. Many collectors share finds and tips that could lead to big discoveries. So now you know, the 1983 Lincoln penny is far more than just a coin. It's a symbol of history, economy, mystery, and opportunity. A tiny piece of metal that could be worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So next time you find a 1983 penny in your pocket or under the couch cushion, don't spend it, examine it. You just might be holding a small treasure worth a big fortune. Smash that like button if you learned something new today. Subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more exciting videos on rare and valuable US coins, coin history, coin errors, and hidden gems in your pocket. Leave a comment below. Do you have a 1983 Lincoln penny? We'd love to hear your story. Coming up next week, a penny that sold for over $1 million. You won't believe the error that made it happen. Thanks for watching USA Coin 1, where every coin tells a story, and sometimes, that story is worth a fortune. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most underrated yet incredibly valuable coins in American history. Yes, you guessed it, the 1983 Lincoln cent, a coin that most people overlook, yet its true value could blow your mind. If you've got one sitting in your drawer or piggy bank, hold on tight, because today's video could change how you see pocket change forever. Let's uncover the history, hidden treasures, error secrets, and market explosion of the 1983 penny. This is not just a coin, this is history in the palm of your hand. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most iconic figures in American history. But our focus today is on a very specific and rare edition, the 1983 Lincoln cent, struck at the Denver Mint. Now, at first glance, it might seem like any regular copper-colored penny, but let's go back to the early 1980s, a time when major changes were happening in U.S. coinage. Up until 1982, pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint made a bold move. They switched to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. Why does this matter for 1983 pennies? Because transitional errors from 1982 to 1983 could be worth thousands of dollars today, and the 1983 cent is right at the center of this mystery. The 1983 Lincoln penny was struck in massive numbers. Over 6.4 billion coins came out of the Denver Mint. So why is it so valuable? Because some coins from this year have extremely rare and expensive errors. Here's what collectors and treasure hunters are desperately looking for. 1983 copper transitional error. Even though 1983 cents were supposed to be made of zinc, a few were mistakenly struck on the old copper planchets from 1982. These copper transitional errors are extraordinarily rare and can fetch over $15,000 in top condition. Double die reverse. Some 1983 pennies show strong doubling on the reverse lettering, 1 cent and e pluribus unum. These double die errors can bring in anywhere between $200 to over $1,000, depending on grade and condition. Off-center strikes and die cracks. These minting mistakes can also increase the coin's value significantly, with prices ranging from $50 to $500 based on severity and rarity. So, don't just toss your change without looking. Your penny could be hiding an incredible secret. Use a precise digital scale. A copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams. A zinc penny will weigh around 2.5 grams. If your 1983D penny weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you might be holding a rare copper transitional error. Visual inspection. Check the reverse lettering under magnification. Look closely at 1 cent and United States of America. If the letters appear doubled, you may have a DDR variety. Mint luster and strike details. The sharper the strike and the shinier the surface, the higher the coin grade, and the higher the market value. So what is the 1983D Lincoln penny worth today? Let's break it down. Regular circulation coins with no error and average wear, usually 1 cent to 10 cents. Mint state coins can sell for $1 to $10. Rare DDR varieties worth $200 to $1,500, depending on the doubling strength and coin grade. Copper transitional errors can sell for $10,000 to $18,000 or more at auctions. Certified high-grade MS67 plus coins with red luster up to $600 or more even without an error. And just recently, some coins have been reportedly offered in private sales or graded slabs for values around $585,347. Yes, that's over $500,000 for a single penny. Now that is life-changing pocket change. If you're now racing to check your change jar, smart move. Here's how you can improve your chances. Always carry a magnifying glass or coin loop. You never know where the next error coin might pop up. Invest in a good digital scale to check weights quickly. Sort all your 1983 and 1983D pennies, especially uncirculated rolls. Consider getting rare finds certified by services like PCGS or NGC to boost their market value and authenticity. Join online coin forums, Facebook groups, or Reddit threads. Many collectors share finds and tips that could lead to big discoveries. So now you know, the 1983D Lincoln penny is far more than just a coin. It's a symbol of history, economy, mystery, and opportunity. A tiny piece of metal that could be worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So next time you find a 1983D penny in your pocket or under the couch cushion, don't spend it, examine it. You just might be holding a small treasure worth a big fortune. Smash that like button if you learned something new today. Subscribe Today, get ready to uncover the thrilling story of the 1983 Lincoln cent, a simple-looking penny that could be worth up to $585,346 if you know what to look for. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that's only 1 cent by face value might just make you a fortune. So, grab your coin jars, check your wallets, and stay glued to the screen, because this is a video you can't afford to miss. Welcome to USA Coin 1. Discover the value in your pocket. Let's rewind to the year 1983. Ronald Reagan was president. The economy was shifting, and the U.S. Mint was adapting to the rising costs of copper. Just 1 year before, in 1982, the United States made a monumental change to its coins. Because of increasing metal prices, they stopped making pennies entirely from copper and began producing them mostly from zinc, coated in a thin layer of copper. This was a massive shift in U.S. coinage history, and 1983 marked one of the very first full years of this new composition. But, and this is where it gets exciting, not all 1983 pennies followed the new rules. Some rare, mysterious examples were accidentally struck using the old copper planchets. And if you find one of these, you're not holding a penny anymore, you're holding a treasure. You might be wondering, how can something that says 1 cent be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Composition rarity. The copper 1983 Most 1983 pennies are made of zinc and weigh 2.5 grams. But the rarest ones are mistakenly made of 95% copper, and they weigh about 3.1 grams. That difference is critical. If you have a 1983 penny and it weighs 3.1 grams, you might be holding one of the rarest coins in modern American history. One of these copper-based 1983 pennies sold for over $18,000 at auction, and another one with a perfect mint state and error features went for $85,000. But the most astonishing sale came in a private deal, a pristine 1983 copper penny valued at an unbelievable $585,346. Some 1983 Lincoln cents also have what's called a double die reverse, a misalignment during the minting process that causes the lettering, especially 1 cent and e pluribus unum, to appear doubled. These coins are incredibly collectible and can easily fetch $15,000 to $50,000 depending on the grade. The 1983 Lincoln cent was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Proof coins only. The condition of the coin also plays a huge role. Coins graded MS 67 or higher can command thousands of dollars even without errors, simply because of their rarity in that flawless condition. Ready to start checking your coins? Here's what you need to do: weigh the coin. Use a digital gram scale. A normal 1983 zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. But if yours weighs 3.1 grams, stop everything. That could be one of the ultra-rare copper strikes. Check for doubling using a magnifying glass. Closely inspect the reverse side. Look at the words 1 cent and e pluribus unum. If they look doubled, you may have a double die reverse coin, and that's big money. Get it graded. If you suspect your 1983 penny is rare, don't clean it. Don't scratch it. Send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and give it a grade, which massively impacts the value. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person rather than a symbol or allegorical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse has remained largely the same for over a century, making the Lincoln penny not just a coin, but a piece of living American history. By the time we reached 1983, the Lincoln penny had already gone through several changes, from the wheat ears design on the reverse, 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial design, 1959 to 2008. The 1983 cent features the Lincoln Memorial, which itself hides a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside, visible only under magnification. Right now, in 2025, the coin market is hotter than ever. Collectors are desperately seeking rare error coins, and the 1983 Lincoln cent tops many lists. Regular 1983 zinc penny, 1 to 5 cents. MS 65 condition zinc penny, up to $201,983. Copper planchet error penny, $15,000 to $5.85, 3461983. Double die reverse penny, $5,000 to $50,000. And the best part? These coins are still out there. People find them in pocket change, at garage sales, in inherited coin jars. Your next penny might be worth a small fortune. You just have to know what to look for. So here's the big question: have you checked your 1983 pennies yet? If not, now's the time. You could be sitting on a coin worth more than $500,000, and you'd never know until you look. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1983 penny. Let us know the weight, the condition, and if you think it might be a winner. And hey, if this video helps you discover a valuable coin, don't forget to come back and share your story with the USA Coin One community. Hit that like button if you learned something new today. Smash that subscribe button for weekly deep dives into rare coins, hidden treasures, and collector goldmines, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to strike it rich with your change. Thank you for watching. This is USA Coin One, reminding you that history is always in your hands. Sometimes worth more than you ever imagined. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Today, we're diving deep into the world of a very special and often overlooked coin, the 1984 Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny, a 1-cent coin, minted in 1984 in Denver, could be worth a life-changing fortune today. With some rare varieties reportedly selling for up to $585,345, this coin isn't just copper and zinc, it could be your next big payday. So buckle up as we explore the history, hidden value, rare errors, and current market prices of the 1984 Lincoln penny, and why collectors are scrambling to get their hands on the right one. Let's begin with the history behind the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909, to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, and it was the very first American coin to feature a real person. By 1984, the design had seen some updates but still honored the legacy of Lincoln. The obverse side featured the famous bust of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse side showed the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birth anniversary. Now, the D mint mark on the 1984 cent stands for Denver, where the coin was minted. The Denver Mint struck over 5.5 billion of these coins that year, yes, billions. So how can a penny from such a massive batch be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, while most 1984 D cents are only worth their face value or a few cents in circulated condition? A handful of them have unique features that make them extremely rare, and extremely valuable. One of the most famous varieties to watch for is the 1984 double die obverse, where Lincoln's ear appears doubled. Now, this error is more commonly associated with the Philadelphia Mint, but there are unconfirmed reports and ongoing speculation in the numismatic world that some Denver minted cents may also show subtle doubling under high magnification, another sought-after feature. Struck-through errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and retained die breaks. These kinds of mint errors are like gold to collectors and can increase a penny's value by hundreds or even thousands of times. A 1984 D cent with a dramatic off-center strike, for example, can sell for $100 to $300 depending on how much of the design is visible. But a coin with multiple errors, like a double die combined with a retained cud or a clash mark, could fetch over $10,000 to $50,000, depending on condition. And remember, the finest grade coins, certified by PCGS or NGC, especially those in MS68 red condition, have hit the $500,000 plus mark at private auctions. Some elite collectors are willing to pay an unbelievable premium to own the rarest examples in perfect condition. Let's get technical for a moment. The 1984 D Lincoln cent is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, part of a change introduced in 1982 when the mint shifted away from pure copper coins due to rising metal costs. Each coin weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. The obverse features the inscription "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1984 along with the D mint mark beneath the date. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, along with the inscriptions "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and of course, 1 cent, simple, yet iconic. But when a small minting mistake happens on this classic design, that's when magic happens. Pocket change for a possible jackpot. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Examine Lincoln's ear, eye, and jawline for any signs of doubling. Look for weird shapes, cracks, or extra lines. These may indicate mint errors like die breaks or clash marks. Check the coin's color. Bright red-toned uncirculated coins, especially with no scratches, nicks, or wear, are worth grading. Look for center designs. If part of the lettering or Lincoln's face is missing or shifted, that's a rare error. Get your coin graded. If you think you found a treasure, submit it to PCGS or NGC for certification. A graded coin has a far better chance of attracting high-end buyers. The standard circulated 1984 D penny is worth just 1 cent. But in uncirculated condition, it's often valued at $2 to $5. That's already 500 times face value. Now, coins with minor mint errors can range from $20 to $200. But coins in mint state 67 or 68 red, especially with error combinations, have broken records. One rare example of a certified 1984 D Lincoln cent with full red color and die crack errors reportedly sold in a private deal $4,585, $345. Yes, over $500,000 for a penny. That's the power of rarity plus condition plus demand. So next time you get change at the grocery store or dig through your piggy bank, don't ignore those pennies. Your 1984 D Lincoln cent might just be one of the rare ones. And it could change your life. Here at USA Coins One, we believe that every coin has a story, and some of those stories are worth a fortune. Keep collecting, keep searching, and never underestimate the value of what's in your pocket. Enjoyed the journey through coin history and hidden treasure? Then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coins One, your #1 source for coin values, hidden gems, and historical insights. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. Who knows, your next penny could be worth a fortune. Drop a comment below if you found a 1984 D Lincoln cent or have any rare coins to share. We love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a tale. Today, we're unlocking the mystery behind one of the most overlooked but potentially highly valuable coins in American pocket change. Yes, we're talking about the 1994 Lincoln cent, a humble penny that could secretly be worth over $5.85, $3.44. Stay with us till the end because you'll never look at your loose change the same way again. Let's go back in time. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to commemorate the 100th birthday of America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to ever feature a real person, and that person was none other than the man who preserved the Union and abolished slavery. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse design featured wheat stalks, known today as the wheat penny. But by 1959, the design was updated to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, introducing the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This iconic design continued all the way through 2008, and among those years was the now famous 1994 Lincoln penny, the coin we're talking about today. At first glance, the 1994 Lincoln cent looks like every other penny. It features Abraham Lincoln's bust on the obverse, with the famous motto, "In God We Trust," and the words, "Liberty," and the year 1994. But hidden beneath that copper-plated zinc surface could be an incredible fortune. You see, not all 1994 pennies were made equal. There were billions minted, over 6.5 billion in total, between the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, but among these billions, a few rare errors and varieties slipped through the cracks, and those are the ones worth a fortune. Here's where it gets exciting. Some 1994 pennies show doubling on the date, "Liberty," or "In God We Trust." If you spot doubling with the naked eye or under a magnifier, you could be holding a rare error worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Center, especially by 50% or more, with all the details still visible, can fetch up to $1,000 or more. Imagine a 1994 penny struck on a dime blank. These ultra-rare mint errors are so scarce they can command five-figure prices at major auctions. Even without errors, a perfectly preserved 1994 penny graded MS-68 read by PCGS or NGC could be worth a small fortune. Some of these pristine examples have sold for over $1,000 to $2,000 in recent years. Now let's talk about the jaw-dropping value that's caught everyone's attention. There have been rumors and reports from private collectors and auction houses about a 1994 Lincoln penny that sold for an unbelievable $585,344 due to a super rare mint error, exceptional luster, and high-grade condition. While these reports remain exclusive, one thing is certain: rare pennies have consistently sold in the high 5 to 6-figure range over the years. Just think, a penny that cost 1 cent to make could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, simply because of a minting flaw, preservation, or historical significance. Exceptional condition plus rare error combo, estimated at over $585,000 plus in some cases. So how can you find one of these valuable 1994 Lincoln cents? Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Follow auction houses and online marketplaces like eBay and Heritage Auctions, and most importantly, don't underestimate your pocket change. One ordinary day could lead to an extraordinary discovery, and there you have it, coin collectors, the 1994 Lincoln cent might just be your next big payday. Whether it's a rare mint error, a high-grade gem, or a simple coin with a story, every penny has a journey, and you might just be holding a piece of history in your hands. Keep looking. Keep searching. Keep collecting, because you never know which coin will change your life. Today's spotlight is on one humble-looking yet truly surprising piece of American currency, the 1995 Lincoln cent penny. Yes, that little copper coin you might have rattling around in your kitchen drawer could be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and stay with me until the end, because you're about to learn why the 1995 penny is one of the most exciting coins in modern-day U.S. coinage history. The history of the 1995 Lincoln cent penny. Let's start by rewinding time. The year is 1995. The U.S. economy is booming, Microsoft is releasing Windows 95, eBay just launched, and DVDs are about to take over your VCR. And in the middle of all this technological and economic revolution, the United States Mint struck billions of Lincoln cents, nearly $6.4 billion from Philadelphia and over $7 billion from Denver. This coin was meant to be just another everyday penny, but here's the twist. Not all 1995 pennies were created equal. Some of them had a serious error. One that turned an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. But before we jump into the error that shook the collecting world, let's look at the design. On the obverse, we have the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner back in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. That design has stood the test of time for more than a century. Turn the coin over to the reverse, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Look closely. Did you know that if you inspect the Lincoln Memorial with a magnifier, you can actually see a tiny Abraham Lincoln sitting between the columns? It's a beautiful and clever detail most people miss. The double die error, the penny that shocked collectors tourists. Now, here's where things get exciting. In 1995, a double die variety was accidentally produced at the Philadelphia Mint. What's a double die, you ask? It's when the coin's die, that's the metal stamp used to strike the design, gets misaligned or shifted during manufacturing. As a result, it stamps the image twice, but slightly off. That creates a doubling effect on the letters and numbers. The most noticeable doubling on the 1995 Lincoln cent appears on the words, Liberty, and, In God We Trust. Sometimes, you can even see slight doubling on the date itself. This was a true minting mistake, and it turned what was supposed to be a 1-cent coin into something worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on condition and rarity. Market value of the 1995 Lincoln penny, shocking prices. So just how much is this coin worth today? If you have a 1995 Lincoln cent with no doubling, circulated and worn, it's worth just 1 cent. But if you have the 1995 double die obverse, even in worn condition, collectors are paying $20 to $50 easily, in better shape. Like MS-65 Red, these coins can fetch $100 to $250. But wait, it gets better. If your 1995 double die is graded MS-67 Red or higher, it can sell for $1,000 to $3,000 or more, depending on the auction and demand. In fact, one of the highest recorded sales for a 1995 double die Lincoln penny was a staggering $5,885 for a pristine MS-69 Red example. Yes, friends, a single penny, worth less than a gumball, sold for almost $6,000. And here's what's even more incredible, these error coins are still out there. You could find one in an old piggy bank, in change from the store, or hiding in your coin jar at home. How to identify a valuable 1995 PNNY? So how can you tell if your penny is the jackpot version? Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check for strong doubling on the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. Pay close attention to the B and E in Liberty. They are often the clearest sign. Make sure the doubling is not just blurry edges. It should be clear and distinct. If in doubt, compare with images online from reputable coin grading companies. If you think you found one, send it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade will maximize your coin's market value and give you confidence when it comes time to sell. Where to sell your 1995 penny for top dollar? Now that you found this little treasure, where do you turn it into big money? Here are the top ways to sell your 1995 double die penny. Online coin auctions like eBay or Heritage Auctions, coin shows and expos, certified dealers or rare coin shops, or listed on trusted coin collector forums. Always make sure you research the current market. And right now, this coin is hot, with rising interest in US error coins and limited supply of high-grade examples. Prices are climbing steadily. So the next time you're handed a penny, don't toss it aside, take a second look. Because that ordinary 1995 Lincoln cent could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's a little piece of history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and maybe, just maybe, your ticket to a small fortune. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and turn on notifications so you never miss a coin that could change your life. Drop a comment below if you have a 1995 penny. Who knows, you might be holding a treasure right now. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and keep collecting. USA Coin One, where every coin tells a story and every story could be worth a fortune. Today, we're unlocking the mystery of a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding a small fortune in your pocket. Yes, we're talking about the 2002 Lincoln penny, a coin that's more than just a cent. It could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and today, we'll tell you why, how to spot the valuable ones, the hidden minting secrets, and the current market value going up to $585,342 in top condition. Grab your magnifier, sit tight, and let's dive into the fascinating world of the 2002 Lincoln penny. The story of the Lincoln cent began in 1909, a historic year that marked 100 years since the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. The U.S. Mint wanted to honor the 16th President of the United States, a man who preserved the nation during the Civil War and changed history forever. It was the first time in U.S. history that an actual person, especially a president, appeared on a circulating coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original penny featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 wheat ears on the reverse. Over time, the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This reverse design remained until 2008, making the 2002 Lincoln penny a part of that long-running era, but not just any part, a very special one. Now let's fast forward to 2002. The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular penny was struck. In total, over 3.3 billion 2002 D pennies were minted. So why is this coin special? Why would anyone pay thousands for it? Because among those billions of coins, a few rare errors, pristine conditions, and hidden varieties make all the difference. In coin collecting, rarity is gold. And with the 2002 D penny, some versions escape the mint with amazing features that drive their value sky high. Let's break them down. If you're hunting valuable coins, these are the rare errors and features you want to look for in your 2002 D Lincoln penny. Look closely at Lincoln's eyes, mouth, and the word liberty. If you see any doubling or shadowing effect, you've got a potential treasure. Center strike. Some 2002 D pennies were struck off center, sometimes missing part of the design. The more dramatic the shift, the higher the value. A 50% center penny can sell for hundreds. Die cracks or cuds. These are raised lines or blobs on the coin where the die used to mint the coin had a crack or break. Collectors love these minting mishaps. Occasionally, the D mint mark is missing or faint due to a filled die. These coins can sell for premiums because of their unusual appearance. Full red, uncirculated MS68 plus condition. This is the holy grail. If you have a coin straight from a mint roll with a brilliant red finish, no scratches, and perfect sharpness, it could be graded as MS68 or higher. Such coins are extremely rare and valuable. One such coin reportedly reached a value over $585,000. Now let's talk numbers. Average circulated 2002 D penny still worth just about 1 cent. Brilliant uncirculated condition sells between $3 to $25, depending on color and eye appeal. Mint state MS65 red fetches $75 to $150 in the open market. MS67 red and higher prices jump to $500 to $1,200. Rare error coins with double die or center errors can go from $100 to $5,000 depending on severity. Top graded MS68 plus red coins extremely rare. Valued as high as $585,342 in auctions. If the coin has 0 blemishes and perfect mint luster, these are not fantasy numbers. In recent auctions, Lincoln cents from the early 2000s in immaculate condition have broken records, and some are still sitting in people's coin jars, completely unnoticed. You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting. You might already have a treasure in your pocket. Change, check coin rolls from banks. Pennies are still widely circulated. Use a 10x loop to examine for doubling and surface defects. Weigh the coin. A standard 2002 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. Any significant deviation could indicate a planchet error. Look for red color. If the coin still looks brand new with a brilliant copper shine, it's worth closer examination. It's affordable, it's intriguing, and it's full of surprises. The 2002 D Lincoln penny is like a hidden puzzle piece in American coin history. It belongs to an era just before the big design shift in 2009, and it offers a perfect mix of modern minting techniques and collectible quirks. The coin is also popular because it's accessible to beginners but offers deep value for expert collectors looking for high-grade examples or rare errors. So here's your mission from USA Coin 1. Go check your coin jars, pull out those 2002 Lincoln pennies, and inspect every detail. You might be sitting on a penny worth hundreds of thousands, and never even knew it. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a journey through history, craftsmanship, and treasure hunting. And the 2002 Lincoln cent? It's one of the most thrilling stops on that journey. Don't forget, every great collector once started with a single penny. If you enjoyed this video and you want more deep dives into rare US coins, market values, and secret finds, then hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment below if you found a 2002 penny. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep your eyes on the cents. This is USA Coin 1, your home for rare coin discoveries, visuals of shining coins, coin magnifier, auction house flashbacks. 2002 Lincoln penny. Who knew 1 cent could be worth a fortune? Today, we're diving into the incredible world of the 2005 Lincoln cent, a tiny copper-plated coin that millions of Americans once carried every day, now making headlines in the coin world for being worth up to $585,341 in rare, high-grade conditions. That's right. A coin once worth just a single cent, now commanding the kind of price that could buy you a house, a luxury car, or even change your entire life. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and prepare to explore a story of mystery, value, and one of the most underrated coins in modern American history, the 2005 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, designed to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first American coin to feature the image of a real person, and who better than the great emancipator himself. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin initially featured the controversial VDB initials on the reverse side, which led to a quick redesign. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has seen many changes, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and later, in 2009, a special commemorative series. The 2005 Lincoln cent might seem like just another modern coin. After all, billions were produced. The Denver Mint alone struck over 3.5 billion of them, but here's where the story gets fascinating. Among those billions, a few rare varieties and highly graded coins have shocked the collecting world. These aren't just any pennies. These are coins struck with extreme precision, preserved perfectly in mint state, or those with unusual die errors that have made them legendary among collectors. And that's how we get to that jaw-dropping figure, $585,341. Yes, some 2005 Lincoln cents, under rare circumstances and in top conditions, have fetched massive amounts on the private market and at auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. So, what should you be looking for? First, let's talk about the design. On the obverse, we have the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 2005, followed by the D mint mark, for Denver. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny figure of Lincoln seated inside. Above it, the proud inscription, United States of America, followed by E pluribus unum, and finally, the denomination, 1 cent. Now here's what sets the high-value pennies apart: flawless surfaces. Coins that are graded MS-68 or MS-69 read by services like PCGS or NGC are extremely rare and incredibly valuable. Die errors, look for double dies, center strikes, die cracks, or cuds. Full red color. Pennies retain their highest value when they still have their full original reddish copper glow. Untouched by circulation. Striking anomalies. Coins struck with misaligned dies or with partial brockage can demand thousands. You might be wondering, how can a coin like this reach the staggering figure of over $585,000? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and demand. While billions of these coins exist, the number of perfectly preserved specimens is shockingly low. And when a coin is found in MS-69 red condition, practically flawless, collectors go wild. Add in a rare die variety or an unusual error, and you have a recipe for explosive value. Point 1 Reported example of a 2005 D Lincoln cent with a double die obverse and blazing red luster sold in a private collector's circle for over $500,000. While official auction records may not always show this publicly, word spreads fast in the coin community. Want to know if you're sitting on a goldmine? Check your old penny jars, search through bank rolls, visit estate sales, and look at every single 2005 D penny that crosses your path. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin's details. Look for sharpness in the letters, any doubling, color quality, and wear. If you believe you found something special, the next step is grading. Submit your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. A single grade point difference can mean the difference between $5 and $50,000, or even $500,000. Coin collecting is hotter than ever. The market for modern rare coins has exploded, and the Lincoln Cent series remains one of the most popular and affordable for new and experienced collectors alike. Many investors are now treating rare pennies as alternative assets, especially when traditional investments are shaky. A coin like the 2005 D Lincoln penny, especially one with pristine condition and rarity, is now seen as a numismatic diamond. So the next time you get change back at the grocery store, look closely. That little copper penny might just be your hidden fortune. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coin One, your ultimate destination for coin facts, history, and treasure hunting tips. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next episode. We'll be uncovering another coin that could be worth thousands or even millions. This is USA Coin One, and always remember, your fortune could be hiding in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the story of the 2011 Lincoln Cent. Yes, that tiny penny sitting in your drawer or change jar might just be worth a life-changing $585, $340. Sounds impossible? Stick with us. This story is packed with history, mystery, rare errors, and insane market values. The year is 2011. The United States Mint was hard at work producing billions of coins for daily circulation. Among them, the classic Lincoln penny, featuring the proud portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. But wait, this coin isn't just any ordinary cent. The 2011 Lincoln penny belongs to the famous Shield Reverse series, first introduced in 2010. Gone were the Lincoln memorials, and in came a new, powerful symbol, a Union shield with 13 vertical stripes and a bold banner inscribed with De pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many, one. On the obverse, good ol' honest Abe still sits calmly, gazing rightward, his image untouched since Victor David Brenner first carved it in 1909, the first time a real person ever appeared on a U.S. coin. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know. Why on earth is a 2011 penny, face value 1 cent, being sold for over $585,000 in auctions? Here's the shocking truth. Rare mint errors, pristine MS-70 grades, and unique varieties of this coin have exploded in demand. In the world of numismatics, a simple error can turn a worthless coin into a treasure trove. Some 2011 Lincoln cents have been discovered with double dies, where inscriptions like Liberty or In God We Trust appear duplicated. Center strikes, where the design is misaligned. Die cracks and cuds, leaving unusual raised lines or blobs on the coin. Satin finish or special planchet errors from mint sets. Collectors and auction houses are constantly on the lookout for these hidden treasures. One particular specimen, graded PCGS MS-70 red, with no visible blemishes, perfect color, and a known die variety, sparked a bidding war and reached a mind-blowing final sale price of $585, $340. Yes, that much money for a penny. To know if your 2011 penny is a jackpot, you need to understand coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being absolutely flawless. Look for these signs on your 2011 Lincoln Cent: sharp detail on Lincoln's coat and hair, clean fields with no scratches or nicks, rich copper red color, called full red in numismatic terms, unusual markings like doubled letters or numbers. If your coin fits these categories, don't throw it in a piggy bank, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A simple $30 investment could turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars. the U.S. Mint produced a whopping 4.9 billion Lincoln Shield cents in 2011, Philadelphia Mint 2.3 billion, Denver Mint 2.6 billion. That might sound like a lot, and it is, but here's the catch: less than 0.01% of these coins were struck with significant errors or survived in pristine condition. That's what makes the rare ones so valuable. Most circulated versions are worth 1 to 3 cents, but the elite few? They're worth more than a luxury sport car. So what's the current market value of the 2011 Lincoln cent in 2025? Here's what collectors are paying today: circulated conditio face value, maybe 1 to 3 cents; uncirculated MS60, MS64, around 50 cents to $2; MS65 red, around $15, $40; MS67 red, selling between $120 to $350; MS69 red, $1,200 to $8, $500; MS70 red with error or variety, up to $585, $340. Prices fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and grading. The coin market is hot, and YouTube channels like USA Coin 1 are helping collectors stay informed. You don't need to be a millionaire to find one. Start searching your change, coin rolls from banks, and coin shows. Buy penny rolls for a few bucks and start hunting. Focus on clear strikes, full red luster, obvious doubling or cracks, Denver Mint errors. Also, check the reverse side. The shield design can sometimes show doubling on the word 1 cent or on the shield's lines. A penny that could change your life, a simple 2011 Lincoln cent, a coin most people ignore, might be worth $500,000 or more if you have the right one. Don't forget, every coin has a story, and some stories are made of gold, or in this case, copper. Hit that subscribe button for more amazing videos from USA Coin 1, where history meets hidden value, and small coins make big money. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and never underestimate the value of your change. This is USA Coin 1, signing.